NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons.
For Carolina.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Carry now for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's brought down by
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Joe. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play. To throw is Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after here coming up.
For the point after.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Panthers nothing. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 22. A big play there from McCaffrey. 51 yards on the ground.
At the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, total.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
A gain of
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Thompson.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan looking and got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Julio Jones.
Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
48-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he... And they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first carry for Josh Adams, the Notre Dame product. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass, intended for Robbie Anderson, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play on his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they... the football, I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive early. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Panthers 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
Falcons.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, that was dangerous.
Lions pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Ryan will throw again. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
46-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. He's going to, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Complete.
Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Kuhn lining up for the point after.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Hofrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
1st down, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep, and this is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Their own 40-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 44-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Falcons 20.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Bridgewater to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Bridgewater on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play and a half. Bridgewater to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
See if they do just that. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken inside his own 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Falcons.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Bridgewater. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Intended for DJ Moore.
He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Ridley.
A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Atlanta.
Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Conversion.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. TJ Green with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down throw for Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Now it's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard
line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st down, Ryan. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
To to throw again. Ryan. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Ryan will throw again. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
To Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
34.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. We'll step on